Tell me if it works. Is it working? 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 Oh, yay! Okay, I think it's working, Mom. I switched to the 2.4 instead of the 5. So that's dumb. The 5 is supposed to be the better Wi-Fi that we have, not the 2.4. What the heck? Okay, hi guys. Yay. Let me try this again. I really hope it doesn't just like crash again. I think it's working, Mom. Well, because I was like, Mom, I don't know why the Wi-Fi is not working. So, hi, Nancy Drew Lover. Oh no, I don't have a hubby. I don't. I don't even have a boyfriend. Currently. Except for the cats in this game. Oh yeah, don't jinx. It crashed again? Are you for real? Lachlan, are you joking? Lachlan, are you joking? Are you joking? Are you joking? Are you joining? I said, are you joining? You volunteer, Elle? Well, that's very sweet of you, but I'm a lot older than you, and I live halfway across the world. That's not an exaggeration. Okay, let's do this. Pranked. Alright. I never dreamed I would get involved in politics. I mean, I'm just a plain Jane, a nobody. I've never even voted before. But somehow I found myself swarmed by presidential candidates, and they all want me to be their campaign manager. Which one should I choose? They're all such good options. I can't pick which one. Oh, but I should back up first and explain how I got into this situation. It all started last week when I heard someone calling my name at the park. What's my name again? Okay, so I've been V and I've been Tori. Should I be Victoria or should I name myself something else? You guys help me out there. What should I name me? I could do Tori or V again, or I could do Victoria, or yeah, whatever. Do we have any suggestions? Go with Victoria? Alright, I'll do it. Mrs. Gannis. Dang it. Call myself Goose Duck. Victoria! Victoria! That's my best friend Lizzie. What is it, Lizzie? Did you hear? They're having the big debate tonight. I got us tickets. How's the music? Can you guys... Oh, wait. Oh, there's some music for you. Whoops. I'm not going to call myself Thanos because I'm a girl. Thanosina. I don't know. A debate? What about? Gosh, don't you know? The presidential debate. Oh, is President Daisy Doodle coming to town? That's so cool. I like her. What's she going to debate? We've gone through this twice before, though. No, actually, the debate is for the presidential candidates who are running to replace Daisy Doodle when she leaves office next year. All 6 of them are in town and they're going to debate important issues like foreign policy and catnip. Plus, they're all adorable. I want to hug and pet each one of them. Oh, right, I probably should have said something about this earlier. 20 years ago, the government got so corrupt that the Supreme Court decided to ban all humans from politics. Now the only politicians we have are cats. I know it sounds crazy. I just saw your Discord notification. Riddy. But the government is a lot more effective this way. Ah, I should have gone with Xenia. Dang it. Next time. Next time. We got 4 more storylines to get through. No, you spelled it right. You spelled it right that time, Susan. I don't know. I think I'll stay at home. No way, you have to come. If you don't, I'll never forgive you. Yikes, Lizzie, you're a horrible friend. In this game, you'll occasionally be asked to choose Victoria's responses. Okay. I've done one of each of these, so you guys pick. Fine, I'll go, but I won't like it, or I love cats, I can't wait to see them. Oh, you're regretting not choosing Steve. Okay, I love cats. Ties of shock from finally spelling it right. I love cats. I can't wait to see them. Me neither. This will be so much fun. I just like spit all over myself. Blech. I'm so gross. No wonder I'm single. We got there about an hour early. Since nothing was going to happen for a while, I decided to explore a bit, maybe see if I could find a bathroom. It wasn't long before I got lost. Ugh, this place is like a maze. How are you supposed to figure out where to go? They need signs or something. After wandering around for a few minutes, I found a fancy-looking door. I stepped inside, but no one was there. Empty. I guess I'll try another room. I beg your pardon? Ah, it's a cat. Did you lose your owner, little guy? I've never been so insulted in my life. You think I'm a common street cat? How dare you talk to me like that? Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I didn't know you were a talking cat. Ignorance of the law is no excuse. I should have security throw you out immediately. Lachlan. I love you, but no thanks. Ah, don't be so mean. A cute girl comes wandering in and you try to have her kicked out? That's not what I would do. Yeah, I like her style. There's DJ Nibbles. We did DJ Nibbles first. My style? Well, yeah, you snuck all the way backstage to meet with us. That's pretty brave of you. You have guts. I like you. Wait, if I'm backstage, that means... Oh my gosh, you're the presidential candidates. Bingo, I'm Frisky, and may I say it's a pleasure to meet a beautiful woman like yourself. I'm DJ Nibbles. I'm the young, cute candidate. More like the empty-headed kitten who keeps rushing into danger. I can't help it if sometimes I get into trouble. I'm naturally curious. Naturally stupid, you mean? And that grumpy guy over there is Thunderpaw. He always seems to be upset over something. Not true. I'll be happy when you losers drop out of the race. I'm not going to drop out. I'm in it to win it. He sure is Frisky. Hey. So, darling, you didn't tell us your name. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to I didn't mean to be rude. My name's Victoria. Well, Victoria, why don't you come with me for a little while? I guarantee you'll enjoy it. You want to be alone with me? So I can lead you back to the audience area, of course. Hey, Frisky, don't keep our guest all to yourself. Let me help her guide her back to her seat. Have you two forgotten that the debate starts in 45 minutes? We don't have time to be escorting random humans all over the place. I'll call security and they'll have you removed from the premises. No, that's okay. I think I can find the way myself. Are you sure? I wouldn't mind helping you. I'm pulling my shoes off. I'm sure. You all focus on debate stuff. Bye. Goodbye, Victoria. Nice meeting you. I got out of the room as quickly as I could. I couldn't believe it. I accidentally interrupted 3 of the presidential candidates. What kind of goofball does a thing like that? Yeah, this is like the pigeon dating game. Or there's some weird one where you can have like a horse boyfriend. Apparently that's a new one. I decided to get back to my seat as quickly as possible, but I ended up running into more cats. Uh-oh. Hey, humans aren't allowed back here. I'm so sorry, I got lost and I don't know how to get back to my seat. I understand, these hallways can be pretty confusing sometimes. Yeah, the first time I was here, I was chasing my tail for hours. So you're not mad at me for being in the off-limits area? No, we're not mad. These sort of things happen. The door you're looking for is the 3rd one on the right. Oh, thank you so much. My name is Victoria, by the way. Who are you? I'm Elvis Tiberius Kale III, but you can call me Kale. We did Kale last time. The cat on the left nodded his head as he said this. Nice to meet you, Kale. Are you also running for president? I certainly am, although most people say I should just drop out because I'm last in the polls. Cheer up, Kale. At least you made it all the way to the debates. I'm Dr. Nom Noms. I'm also not polling very well at the moment. If it wasn't for the calicos, I'd probably be out of the running. Well, you both seem like very nice cats. Maybe the debate will boost your popularity. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm lucky to be here tonight. I'm just hoping to debate the issues and do my best for all the alley cats out there. Thank you both very much for helping me. If I could vote for both of you, I would. That's very kind of you to say. Please enjoy the debate tonight. I followed the directions and made it back to my seat all right. Gritty. We did the Kale storyline. Okay. Okay, Lizzie. Phew, finally made it. Victoria, where were you? You'd never believe me, even if I told you. You'll have to tell me later. The show's about to start. Hi, Heartless Shroom. Hello, hello. Doing more cat president. We're going to do a different storyline this time. The cats debate about catnip and social injustice. The moderator came on stage and explained the debate rules to the audience. The rules are pretty simple. Clamp whenever. Clap whenever there's a response you like, but no interrupting the debaters and no cat calls. The debate itself was pretty interesting. The Thunderpaw was an intense debater. He yelled at all the other candidates and constantly insulted them. If his goal was to look stronger than his opponents, then he succeeded. Frisky didn't try to appeal to all voters. Instead, he focused his attention on just one group, women. He wouldn't stop talking about how much he loved women. I didn't think it was very professional, but my friend Lizzie liked it. DJ Nibbles was as energetic as ever, which ended up hurting his debate style. He rushed into his answers with such enthusiasm that he tripped over his words, and twice he lost his place during speeches. Still, it's nice to see such refreshing honesty in a political debate. Dr. Nomnoms did not do very well. He flubbed most of his answers, and he went on a long tangent about a bird bath he visited last year. It was almost like he was trying to fail. Kale did okay, I guess. He was a solid speaker, but he was definitely overshadowed by all the other personalities in the room. I can see why he's last in the polls. As for the final debater, Rover, there was something different about him. I don't know what it was. He just seemed, really different from the other cats. At the end of the debate, the moderator called for silence. We've heard all the candidates' responses, but now we want to hear a question from a real person, an average citizen, not a politician. That's why we've picked a randomly selected audience member to give the final question of the debate. And that person is... Victoria! What? Me? Come on up, Victoria. Tell everyone your question. Well, okay, I don't know a lot about politics, but I do know that politicians are supposed to help people. So I guess I want to know how all of you will help me. No, I haven't done Rover's storyline. I've just done Kale's storyline and DJ Nibbles. I mean, I lost my job at the grocery store last week, and I'm still having trouble finding a new one. If I don't get a job soon, I might lose my apartment. I know my personal problems don't matter much in the political world, but what will you do as president to help people like me? That's a very good question. All questions that were asked here tonight have been good, especially the question of societal inequality between cats and humans. Kale, you're a salad-head moron. This isn't a question of social inequality. Yeah, besides the real social inequality is between cats and dogs. I have a suggestion. You can work for me, Victoria. What? You need a job and I need a new campaign manager. I'll hire you. That will help your problem, right? Imagine if you had called yourself Goose Duck. Oh yeah, I want to hire you too. No way, you want to work on the DJ Nibbles campaign with me. I'm sure there's room for you on the Kale campaign. You don't want to work for those losers. Work for Thunderpaw. I only hire the best and brightest. I have one question to ask. Do you have a dog? No. Then I offer my services as well. Come work for me. No, me. Me. Oh my gosh, this is so overwhelming. You all want me to work for you? I hate to interrupt here, but we're running out of time for the debate. If you could please choose a candidate now. Okay guys. So I'm going to let this be viewer choice. We'll take vote of who you want me to pick. So don't vote Kale and don't vote DJ Nibbles because we've done both of those storylines. So you have 4 other choices to pick. We've got Frisky, Nom Noms, Thunderpaw, or Rover. So go ahead and cast your votes. Riddy votes Rover, so that's 1 for Rover. You guys throw your votes in, and we'll go with whatever the votes, the eyes have it, if you will. Haha. Crystal Skull reference. Okay, we got 2 for Rover, 1 for Thunderpaw. Any other votes? I'm like twisting in my chair. It's like exercise. Angel, vote. Let's see who else is here. Susan, if you have a vote, go ahead and throw a vote in. Nancy Drew Lover 13, if you're still here. And then it looks like we've got Faye Gwent. If you would like to throw a vote in, please do as well. Don't threaten my viewers. Just kidding. So we got 2 for Rover, 1 for Thunderpaw. No votes for Frisky or Nom Noms. I'll give you guys a little more time. Okay, we got 3 for Rover. Thunderpaw. Okay, 3 for Rover, 1 for Thunderpaw. Anybody else want to vote? Alright. I'm gonna cut it off. Going with Rover. Rover Chapter 1, in which we try to figure out what Rover's deal is. Alright, I'm really excited for this. I only know the storylines that I've done, so this is going to be really funny. The people on Discord all say Thunderpaw. Sure they do. I'm going to go with Rover. Meow. Meow. That's great. I'd love to have you on the campaign. Him, he's an idiot. Look at those tiny paws. What does he have that I don't have? He has a filter that stops him from saying whatever dumb things pop into his head. Shut up, Nibbles. This concludes the Sharpclaw debate. Thank you for watching, everyone. The candidates took some publicity photos and then left the stage. As the audience left, I turned to Lizzie. Can you believe it? I have a job with Rover. I'm so proud of you. Rover's a great cat. I know, right? I'm happy, but there's something about him. Something different. I understand what you mean. I feel like he's not the same as the other cats. I'm just not sure why. Are we all idiots? This is like in Nancy Drew, when Nancy just like takes things in front of people and they don't say anything. Like, okay, yeah. Maybe it's his ears? They're adorable little cat ears. Oh, I know. Maybe it's because he's married. I didn't know that. Are all the other cats single? Yep, Rover's the only one who's married. That must be why he seems different from the others. He's more mature. Shut up, Lizzie. Be nice to Lizzie. Lizzie's got a snazzy top. The way you say it, it sounds like you have a crush on him. How can I not? The way he speaks is so forceful, and his little fur is adorable. If I saw a cat like that at the pet adoption center, I would get it in a heartbeat. And boy, would my heart beat. But alas, another woman has won his affections. You're just being silly at this point. Still, I wonder what his wife is like. She must be a pretty great woman to get a catch like that. Maybe you'll meet her on the campaign trail. For now, you should probably go backstage and meet with Rover. Right. See you later, Lizzie, and thank you so much for bringing me to this event. You're welcome. Bye. I went to the backstage area where I had met the other candidates before the debate. Rover was in the hallway gnawing on a squeaky red toy. Is that a bone? Rover quickly put the toy away before I could get a better look. A bone? No, I don't have a squeaky bone as a chew toy. No self-respecting cat would play with a bone. It looked a lot like a bone. The only bone I have is a bone to pick with the other candidates. Can you believe they locked me out of the green room again? It's almost like they don't consider me to be one of them. That's not fair. You have every right to be there. You're just as much of a cat as they are. Yeah, I don't know what their problem is. Maybe they're just mad because most people thought I would be out of the race by now. Really? Yeah, I'm what you call a dark horse candidate, except I'm not a horse. That would be ridiculous. I am a cat, no doubt about it. Definitely not another type of animal pretending to be a cat. Oh, man. I want to get the good ending, and I know that usually the good ending means being agreeable, so I'm going to agree. Well, obviously you're a cat, and the only other type of talking animal is a dog. Barks. Yes, dogs. That's what I need to talk to you about. You probably figured this out from the debate, but the main topic of my campaign is dogs. Right, I like dogs. Growls. Dogs are bad. They don't get along well with cats at all. Oh, right. I guess these two groups tend to fight like, well, they fight like cats and dogs. How could you not want this storyline, Lachlan? Hang on, I have... Okay. We need to secure our border with Dogonia and fix the broken immigration system. What's wrong with it? The current immigration laws only apply to hounds, herders, and toy dogs. None of the other 4 breed groups have any laws governing them whatsoever. It's a huge loophole, and some dogs are taking unfair advantage of it. Nancy Drew Lover, I'm pretty sure that that's the whole point, is that he's a dog pretending to be a cat running for cat president. I'm laughing so much at this. Don't get me wrong, the people of Dagonia are great. I love our neighbors to the north, but it's a doggone shame that most of their pets are allowed to run free in our country without any consequences. I think the reason I enjoy playing this so much is because everything is a pun. It's so funny. Neighbors to the north? I thought the country to the north of the United States was Canada. Canada. That sounds good. That was a long time ago. After Quebec declared its independence, the country went to the dogs. Literally. The dogs of Newfoundland and Labrador attacked and annexed Quebec, renaming it Quebec. But you said this happened a long time ago. Yeah, 15 years ago. They've disbanded their army since then, and now the Royal Mounted Dagonian Police keeps the peace. Still, there are a lot of tensions between our 2 countries, even to this day. The cats and dogs keep arguing over which group is best. I had no idea Dagonia was such a problem. It shouldn't be. I don't think we should favor one species over the other. I say both types of pets should be treated equally. America is all about equality, after all. What are you going to do about the situation? Write a petition? Hold a march? Prank call the Prime Minister of Dagonia until they agree to make new laws? Maybe. Myself, I'm more worried about spies. Dog spies? Is that like fleas or something? No, it's just rumors at this point, but you know how there are over 100 cats running for president? I have it on good authority that some of the cats are secretly dogs in disguise. This is gonna be a twisty storyline. Who made this game? This was written by Arglefump, which you probably know, being a Nancy Drew fan. You know, he's the Nancy Drew guy on YouTube. So this was written by Arglefump, and it was developed and put together and made into a game by a guy named Paul Franzen. The 2 of them are making another game that's coming out soon that me and Hugh are actually going to play characters in, which I'm so excited for. It's going to be called The Pizza Delivery Boy Who Saved the World. So, since I really want to get through Cat President before that game comes out. Speaking of which, I'm taking a quick break to announce, if you have not voted for the Pizza Delivery Boy Who Saved the World on Steam, greenlight, please do that. The days are running short. You may not be able to vote after a certain time because Steam is changing the way that some indie games are going to be released. So if you have not voted for the game to be released on Steam Greenlight, please do that. If you have a Steam account, get on Steam Greenlight, search the Pizza Delivery Boy Who Saved the World, and give it a thumbs up so that it can finally be made into a game and we can actually get it and I can stream it for you guys, and it's going to be so cool. I'll stream it, Hugh will stream it, it'll be so super cool. So anyway, now that that plug is over. No, Arglefump plays the delivery boy, like he plays the main character, which is fine because he wrote it, so I'm fine if he plays that. Where's the link? Let me see if I can pull it from Twitter real quick. I hope you guys don't mind the, let me see if I can pull it. Hang on one second for me. Copy link. Okay, I'm gonna post it. One moment, one moment. Alright, there's the link for you guys. So please, please, please go vote for it so that we can see it. I'll be so sad if it ends up not making it to the light of day, so. There we go. Okay. So now that we figured out this is going to be a nice twisty storyline. No! Yes, why one of the cats at the debate tonight could very well have been a Dagonian spy. But that's not the only reason I'm worried about Dagonia. There's more to be worried about? Yes, I mentioned the broken immigration system. The truth is, I have first paw experience with it because my wife is Dagonian. Your wife is a dog? Lachlan, you don't know what Steam is? It's an online game like shop. So you can buy games, digital downloads of games through Steam, and a lot of like independent game companies, small game companies can put their games out on Steam very easily. So they can kind of like it's an easy way for independent game companies to sell their games, especially if they're not planning to make physical copies of it. So it's just a big like online game library. You do need to have an account to vote, yes. Wait, what? Okay, I'm confused. I'm just gonna keep going. What? No, she's 100% cat, just like me. Meow. I try to keep her out of the public eye because I'm scared of the press bothering her. That's why you don't see her around very often. It's not because she was made up to support my campaign. I see. Thanks to unjust discrimination, my wife's paperwork was held up for 6 years, preventing us from getting married. Every day we live in fear of her getting deported. It was horrible. And do you... I bet this is supposed to be, and do you know how many dogs entered our country in the meantime? 30 million. None of them had any restrictions at all, but the Dagonian government came down on honest, hardworking cats like my wife. When I'm president, that's the first thing I'm going to change. That's terrible. No wonder you're so passionate about this issue. Yes, indeed. Some people might accuse me of abusing a sob story in order to garner more votes, but it's true. You believe me, right? Yes. I want to get the good ending. Of course I believe you. You seem like an honest cat. You're certainly not lying like a dog. Ha ha ha. Please don't make that joke again. Why? Are dog puns too rough for you? Woohoo! Or am I barking up the wrong tree? Ha! Or, I can't think of any more dog jokes. Thank goodness. Anyway, that's a general overview of what this campaign is about. We're mostly focusing on Dagonian issues because that's my most popular topic. People don't seem as interested when I talk about other things, sadly. I understand completely. Stick to the things you know best. That's what my parents always told me. My parents also used to tell me not to talk about things I don't understand. Kind of unfair, right? I mean, there's a lot of things I don't understand. Why can't I talk about them? It's not like Mom and Dad have a monopoly on talking. Do they? Oh my gosh, what if they increased the price of talking to $30 per minute? That'd be so unfair. It'd make them super rich, but it'd still be unfair. I'm wondering, because when I was growing up, Dad told me that I only get to say 10,000 words per month maximum. If I talked too much, I'd run over my limit. I wouldn't be able to say anything else until the next month. I always got worried when my word counter was over 9,000. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that I'm not an idiot, and I don't babble about stupid things, so I should be allowed to talk whenever I want to. Little did I know that 10 miles away, a very interesting conversation was taking place about me. Rover Chapter 2, in which we try to get a little personal with our candidate. Le gasp. That's what I mean. Shadowy villain. Victoria. I've never heard of her before. What does she have to do with Rover? I don't know if this is a man or a woman, so I'm kind of doing like a generic baritone voice. Oh my gosh, it's Arglefump! It's Michael Gray! She is his new campaign manager. He hired her to replace the campaign manager that you took care of. You mean he didn't drop out of the race like we expected? Curses! He was supposed to lose the campaign by now. This is horrible news. His campaign must fail as soon as possible. Research this Victoria girl. Find out everything you can about her and exploit her weaknesses. Use her to ruin Rover's campaign. But if that doesn't work, no matter. I've still got an ace up my sleeve. After all, I know Rover's big secret. Oh gosh. Rover has a big secret? Well, obviously, he's a dog, not a cat. What? Are you serious? I thought he was a purebred. Wait, are you legitimately surprised about this? How did you not know he was a dog? It's obvious to anyone with eyes. Hi, CJ. I don't know, I guess his ears. They look like cat ears. You're an idiot. And so is Rover if he thinks hiring a new campaign manager will stop me. Enjoy it while you can, Rover. Soon I'll destroy you, and then I will be the president of the United States of America. Ha 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 ha! Was that a good laugh? Hey, Julia! Long time no see. Meanwhile, back at the debate hall. Like, who even tries to wear pencils as jewelry? It's ridiculous. Seriously, you can't blame me for laughing at that. In Miowa, that would be great. Huh? Oops, sorry, Rover. I kind of spaced out there for a moment. What were you saying? I just went over every single one of your duties as my new campaign manager. Then I talked about the big speech in Miowa 2 days from now. Right, speeches. That's a political thing. But why are we going to Miowa? That's where the first primary election is. Right, that also sounds like a political thing. That's where people hold a mini election for president or something? Something like that. Awesome, I'll make sure to research that tonight. Maybe I'll even call my old AP Government and Politics teacher, Mr. Drew. You took an advanced placement course in politics? That's great! Is this Rover the cat dog? Or is this Tony the tiger? Oh, okay, CJ, let's talk. What's up? Welcome to my office. Yeah, we can talk. And you are the correct pick for this job. Ha ha ha, no, AP stands for Abysmal Pupils. It was actually the remedial class. You have an odd sense of humor, Victoria, but that's okay. I still like you. I became Vanna White. Aw, thanks. I like you too. You're welcome. With the two of us working together, we're sure to win, unlike my last manager. Huh? What happened to your last manager? Do you want to text me? You can text me or Discord me or whatever, CJ. If you want to talk. You don't have to, obviously. But if you just need an ear to word vomit into, then I volunteer mine. Like T standing for troll. She was murdered. Yikes, this got really dark. What is the storyline? I'm scared. What? According to the official police report, her death was in an accident. A tragic paperclip accident. But I refuse to believe it. She was always so careful around paperclips. I can't believe she'd slip up like that. How do you accidentally die from how do you die from paperclips? Paperclips. Painfully. Very painfully. I wish I'd gotten a chance to sniff around the crime scene. Maybe I could have come up with a clue, because I just can't believe Diana died like that. That's awful. I'm so sorry. It's okay. It's not your fault. And now I'm afraid to use paperclips for the rest of the campaign. Oh, I've banned all paperclips from the office ever since. We can't risk another accident like that, which is why I want you to stay safe. Be careful, Victoria, and don't use paperclips without a buddy there to help you. I won't. Rover and I said goodbye, and I went home to my apartment. Good old apartment. Riddy. I'm gonna miss you when I'm out on the road. Hopefully they won't charge me a lot of money for moving out early. I got on my computer and sent a message to my old high school teacher, Mr. Drew, asking if he'd be willing to meet up with me. He responded by saying, "Sure, I have nothing better to do than meet with harebrained students who failed my class 6 years ago." Sassy Mr. Drew. I think he was being sarcastic, but just in case, I scheduled a meeting with him. If anyone knows how to manage a political campaign, he does. Oh, Julia. Oh, if you've got a fever, maybe you could take some ibuprofen or something and lay down. I'm sorry you're not feeling well. Yeah, Mr. Drew. Carson, here you go. Where's Susan? I also searched for Rover's wife. There were no pictures of her online anywhere. In fact, her name wasn't listed on any websites. It was almost like she didn't exist. Oh, Ned took Nancy's last name. Huh. I don't know what Mr. Drew's first name is supposed to be in this game. Huh. This one gossip site is putting out a reward. $20,000 to anyone who can get an interview with Rover's wife. Maybe I could ask Rover if he's willing to do that. It'd be $20,000 for the campaign. The next day I went to Mio with Rover. I like this music. So this is Mioa. I like its spacious skies and amber waves of grain. But where are the purple mountain majesties above the fruited plain? I mean, it's a great song. They're probably outside of the airport lobby. Phew, I'm so glad to be out of that cat carrier. Can you believe a dog like me forced to travel like a cat? It's undignified. Wait, a dog like me? Meow, I'm a cat, not a dog. Oh, okay. Minor slip of the tongue there. I'm just saying cat carriers are horrible. I'd much rather travel in some other fashion. Maybe you could... What would be the better option? What would get me closer to... I think in my arms they'll get me closer to a happy... Okay, good. You hear that little, like, noise. Maybe you could ride in my arms. Your arms? I'd pick you up and hold you for the entire plane ride. It'd be so cute, just like cuddling a little baby. I don't know if those are things you should say to your boss. Now who's being frisky? Hey! That does sound nice. I don't think my wife would approve, though. Speaking of your wife, there's a $20,000 reward for anyone who can get an interview with her. I was thinking, should we take it? What do you mean? I mean, I do an interview with your wife and we submit it. Not only would that give you some good publicity, but it'd get a lot of money for the campaign. That's okay. My wife is really camera shy. We don't have to have pictures. We could do it the old-fashioned way over telegraph. You know how to work a telegraph, right? Wrong. Shoot. Still, I say this is a good opportunity. And I say it's not. Nobody can interview my wife. I'm deadly serious about this, Victoria. If they knew the truth about my wife, the campaign would be finished. The truth about your wife? What are you talking about? Is she keeping a secret or something? I can't tell you. Not now. Maybe I'll tell you someday soon when I know for sure that you're trustworthy. Okay, but I promise you I'm trustworthy now. I'm trustworthy and curious. What's going on with Rover's wife? Why is he keeping her out of the public's eye? I never knew a political campaign could be so intriguing. So, he said that his wife was a cat, but that they lived in Dogonia, which is like mostly a dog country. So weird, because there was this one guy who approached us at the airport and he's about as weird as it gets. How the heck is a cat dating sim even a thing? I don't know, but I don't mind it. It's fun. Hey, you're that girl from the debate last night. Why didn't you choose to be Thunderpaw's campaign manager? Thunderpaw is the greatest. Thunderpaw, Thunderpaw, Thunderpaw. It's Lachlan. Sorry, I thought Rover was a better option. I would give anything to work for Thunderpaw. I even sold my house so I could have enough money to follow him on the campaign trail. Because he's just that good. He's going to be the best president ever. Rover is also an excellent candidate. No, he's not. He's a stupid dog lover. Always talking about dogs and how they need to be treated with respect. Ha, he wouldn't be showing them any respect if a big old hunting dog was trying to eat him, would he? Why, those wild dogs are a danger to everyone. We need to lock them up before they give everyone rabies. I'm pretty sure most dogs don't have rabies. But some of them do, and that's why Rover's a loser. He's soft on dogs. We need a candidate like Thunderpaw who's mean to dogs and everyone else. I say we send all dogs to pounds or better yet, high kill shelters. That's a horrible thing to say. You're a dog racist. I'm racist against everyone who's not me, except Thunderpaw, because he's the best. He'll defeat you dog lovers in the primary. Just watch. So dreamy. Rover Chapter 3, in which we prove that we're willing to die for our candidate. Oh gosh, this sounds dark. Hang on, I need to send a couple text messages. I'm glad your Wi-Fi's working, CJ. How old is this game? It came out last fall, so only like 6 months old. Okay, back in my home state, bad things were happening. The local hamburger restaurant ended their 2-for-1 Friday promotion. So sad. Also, the villains were plotting against me, although I didn't learn about that until later. So you're Lizzie. According to my research, you are Victoria's best friend. That's right. Who are you? I'm H. Inchman. And I wanted to ask you a few questions about Victoria for a magazine. First off, does she have any weaknesses? Weaknesses? Yes. Problems or mistakes? Basically anything I can exploit? What's wrong with her? I don't think I'm comfortable talking about my best friend's problems with a total stranger. I'll give you $20. Deal! Okay, so her main problem is that she's sometimes a little not smart. Victoria is a flaming idiot. Good. Any other weaknesses? She's a sucker for a sob story. She eats peas with a knife. She thinks her eyebrow plucker is really a nose hair remover. But her biggest weakness, the one she falls for every single time? Yes? Yes? Free t-shirts. She goes crazy for free t-shirts. Haha, that's perfect. Okay, no more questions. Huh? But you only asked me the one question. Here's your $20. Goodbye. Is that a good henchman voice? Thank you, kind stranger. Yeah, right. Lizzie's a horrible friend. The music, though. Friendship over, Lizzie. That was weird. Maybe I should tell Victoria about it. Or I could use this money to buy pizza. She falls for Thanos. Victoria. I was reading this, Heartless. That wasn't a quote. I was reading the game. Back in me, I was busy looking up solid political strategies. Well, mostly. I was looking up how to spell the word political. It sounds like it should have a K in it, but it doesn't. Grr, this is so frustrating. Working too hard? Oh, hey, boss. I'm just trying to figure out what to do this week. Well, you got my email, right? Giant calves? What? I don't... What are giant calves, and what does that have to do with me? Sure I did, but just for safety's sake, why don't you go over everything now? Recap everything? That was a 20-page email. Oh, right. Then maybe you should just explain what's going on today. Today's pretty relaxed, aside from the big speech at the convention center at 5 p.m. Oh, you guys. Just you wait till I play Labyrinth of Lies. Do you know what you're going to talk about? Grigger doesn't have giant calves. They're not giant. I don't know. Oh, gosh. I'm going to give my stump speech. What? You're going to talk about stumps? Or are you trying to stump the audience? Oh, is this a trivia speech? I love trying to solve trivia. No, a stump speech is what you call the generic speech that politicians give at events. When you give over 50 speeches a month, it's easiest just to reuse the same basic speech over and over again. I said he had nice calves, not that he had giant calves. Wow, I'm learning so much about politics. I just wish I knew how to spell politics. Yes, that's right, Lachlan. That statement is good. Is correct. Giant calves, though. I just get this picture in my head that he's got like these huge trunk calves. This bouldering. This is. Oh yeah, Julia, you're right. Sometimes like game Victoria is just super dumb. Oh, I'm dying. Oh, okay. What was that? Oh, I said. Good one. But nice try. I think. Okay, keep it PG, y'all. I think you're gonna win this election. You're so smart. You know everything about politics. Thank you. I just hope we can get the voters to agree. Most of the voters here in Miowa treat me as an outsider. I know. There's the one mean Thunderpaw supporter who keeps showing up and... Someone call my name? Haha, losers. Uh-oh, how'd he get in here? You know what? Instead of a stump speech, you should call it a dump speech because your campaign is nothing but a load of garbage. Sir, this is harassment. I demand you stop at once. No, it's fine. You guys are fine. I just want to stop you before it goes too far. Oh, wow, Julia, I didn't know that. And that's true. That is true, Susan. You're right, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be rude. I'm just grumpy because I caught a cold. You're sick? Yeah, sick of your campaign! Nobody with a Doggonian wife should be allowed to run for president. No wonder you're such a dog lover. There's nothing wrong with dogs or Doggonia. He's growling. He's gonna give himself away. Cats rule, dogs drool. You're gonna lose the primary this week. Just watch. Potterthund. Potterthund. I mean, what's written on my side again? Oh, right. Thunderpaw. Thunderpaw. No, you're... Susan, you're fine. Thankfully, the obnoxious guy left the room cheering about his favorite candidate. I don't like that guy. Me neither. How could he hate dogs? Dogs have the cutest little tails. You like dog tails? Absolutely. I like your tail too, but dog tails are the best. Whenever I'm rubbing a little dog's tummy and their tail just starts flapping around like crazy, it's so cute. It's like I've died and gone to heaven. I love that too. Victoria, could you maybe... Meow, I'm a cat, not a dog. I don't need tummy rubs. I love being a cat, except for having to bathe myself with my tongue. That's totally gross. Poultering. Potterthund. Thunderpaw's loser twin. Yuck, I agree. Okay, so our schedule is that you have a speech today at 5 and that's it? Yep, I sometimes get a little sick when I travel, probably because I like to stick my head out the window of the car, so I decided my first day here should be light. How long are we staying in Miowa? Until the end of the week. Friday is when we have the primary. After that, we're going off to New Closher for the next primary. Unless we do so badly here that we need to instantly cancel the campaign and withdraw from the race. I'm sure you won't do that badly, even if Miowa is your worst state. The good news is that New Closher is my best state. That's because I'm from there. I was uncontested in the race to be New Closher's candidate for president. Aw, happy birthday, Julia's dog. Small dogger. Uncontested? You mean they gave out free cheese samples? Yum. Why am I so dumb? No, I mean nobody else ran against me. There were rumors that someone named F was planning to run, but they never filled in the paperwork. I wonder why not. Oh, that reminds me. We got a letter today from someone named F. Really? Let's open it. It was a small envelope with, "To Rover, good luck in the primary," from F written on it. I opened it up and poured out the contents. Paper clips! Thanos. Oh no, I think F is trying to threaten you. They must be mad because you won a New Closher and now they want revenge by destroying your campaign. Yeah, it's just because I'm dumb, Julia. Okay, Rover needs to chill out. I got a trash can and I put it by the side of the desk. Then I pushed the paper clips into the trash can. Phew, they're gone. Thanks, Victoria. You're welcome, Rover. Don't take this the wrong way, but what were you thinking? Touching paper clips all by yourself? Those things are dangerous. You could have seriously injured yourself. I didn't have a choice. I had to get rid of them. They were making you upset. That doesn't mean you should risk your life. I don't want to lose you like I lost my last campaign manager. I don't plan on dying from a paperclip. I plan on dying while riding a motorcycle over an active volcano. It'll be such a cool death scene. People will cheer at my funeral. What? I guess I'm trying to say thank you. Thanks for being so concerned about my safety, Rover. But really, paperclips are no big deal. You're just braver than me, I guess. Still, promise you'll be more careful from now on. It sounds like whoever they are could be dangerous. I promise, but it sounds a little far-fetched to me. An evil villain trying to ruin your campaign? Ha! Rover Chapter 4, in which we meet our supporters and then kind of wish we hadn't. Hey, E. There is a small puppy on my lap right now. Far-fetched. Rover's big speech was at a convention center. I had to fight the crowds just to get inside. It was filled with people, all of them eager to hear Rover speak. Wow, I've never been in a place this crowded before. It's so exciting. Stupid dogs. Huh? What's this conversation about? I know, right? I hate them. They're noisy and they don't know how to behave in public. They're the worst. And they keep making veterinarian prices go up. You know, I had to go to the vet last month to get a shot. Uh-huh. Well, I had to wait 3 days because there were a bunch of dogs in line ahead of me, and none of them were paying. They're all on Dogonian healthcare plans. Oh, I know. A bunch of freeloading jerks. In my neighborhood, they're spending $3 million to build a new dog park. A dog park. Like they need a special place all to themselves. I don't remember them offering to build a cat park, that's for sure. Hot dogs claim that they treat all pets equally, but that's a lie. They don't care about cats. They only care about themselves. Did you hear? They're trying to amend the Constitution to permanently ban all leash laws. Imagine dogs being allowed to roam free. It'd be pure madness. I know. I hate dogs. I hate dogs. The cat and the person walked away after that, still talking about how much they hate dogs. I was starting to get worried. I mean, those people sounded almost as dog racist as the Thunderpaw supporter. What if those dog haters have come here to ruin our campaign? Excuse me, did you say dogs? Yes, dogs are a cornerstone of the Rover campaign. We need to fix the immigration system with Dogonia. I totally agree. We need to hire 50,000 new dog catchers to round up all the dogs and ship them back to Dogonia. No, we need to stop feeding the stray dogs who roam the streets at night. Feeding them just encourages them to stick around longer and overrun our country. What is this cat looking at? What is this cat doing? Our country has already been overrun by packs of stray dogs. I say we close the borders right now. We should build a wall and force the chihuahuas to pay for it. Yeah, down with dogs, up with cats. Meow is the time for a revolution. Actually, if you watch the previous fancy furball debate, they discussed this topic. About 70% of dog immigrants ended up graduating from obedience school. Who cares what the fancy furballs said? They're the opposite political party, so they must be lying. Yeah, you can't trust them any more than you can trust dogs. Did I tell you about the time my cousin Artie was chased by a dog for 3 city blocks? This cat's face. Oh no, poor Artie. Why didn't the dog owners stop them? Because they don't have owners. They were talking dogs, but they pretended to be feral dogs so they could get away with chasing cats. It's madness. I shook my head as I walked away, no doubt about it. Some of Rover's supporters are racist against dogs. I mean, I know cats and dogs don't always get along, but they sounded like they want all the dogs to be killed, or at least sent back to Dogonia. This is awful. Why would people like that be attracted to Rover's campaign? Is Rover racist against dogs, too? No? That's right. Rover is no racist. Rover isn't racist, he said so himself. The current immigration laws only apply to hounds, herders, and toy dogs. None of the other 4 breed groups have any laws governing them whatsoever. It's a huge loophole, and some dogs are taking unfair advantage of it. I had no idea Dogonia was such a problem. It shouldn't be. I don't think we should favor one species over the other. I say both types of pets should be treated equally. America is all about equality, after all. Flashback. I know Rover isn't racing against dogs, but if some of his supporters are, that's bad. We need to do something about this before the media paints Rover as the racist candidate. I should find Rover and warn him. Excuse me, I need to get to the backstage area. Pardon me, coming through. Hello, Victoria. Hi, do I know you? I spoke with your friend Lizzie earlier today. She told me all about you. That's nice, but I have to get going. Actually, no, that's not nice. That's creepy. You're creepy. Get away from me. I'm not creepy. I'm a perfectly normal person. Someone not worth remembering if the police happen to ask any questions. Right, so could you please get out of the way? I have something important to do. What's the hurry? I was hoping we could chat for a while. Discuss the campaign. Rover's speech begins in 15 minutes. I really need to talk to him before then. Please move out of my way. Oh gee, it's a shame you don't have enough time to talk, but no matter. We'll talk again soon enough. Before that happens, would you like a present? Present? A free t-shirt from me to you. Score! I love free t-shirts! Oh, that's okay, E. I grabbed the shirt from the strange person's hands, then immediately put it on. It was a little too big, but I think it looked nice on me. Hey. You should go on stage at the event and introduce Rover while wearing that t-shirt. It'd be a huge success. Huh, maybe I will. Thank you, free t-shirt man. You're welcome. I know I kind of probably sound like Eustacia in Drop Off, but whatever. With that, the stranger disappeared, leaving me free to go to the backstage area. At first I thought it was empty, but then I heard strange sounds coming out of the bathroom. Glug, glug, glug. What the? Ah, delicious. I always get so thirsty before these big speeches. Rover, are you drinking out of the toilet? No. Why would I drink out of the toilet? Cats don't do that. Meow, I'm a cat. You say that a lot, I've noticed. Well, because it's true, and I was just checking to make sure that this toilet is up to code. Definitely not drinking out of it. Okay, bye, Julia. Have a good rest of the night. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming in. Up to code? What? How can you check if something's up to code without a fancy decoder ring? Was I supposed to buy you one earlier? I'm so sorry. I got distracted by... What is it? Your t-shirt. What are you wearing? This? It's a free t-shirt. I just got it now. Isn't it cool? I love getting free stuff. The shirt says vote for Frisky because Rover is an idiot. What? I looked down at my shirt. Sure enough. Oh, Frisky F. Sure enough, the t-shirt encouraged people to vote for Frisky over Rover. Oh man, good thing you noticed before I walked on stage with this thing. Where did you get that shirt? Some random stranger gave it to me. Why? Who was it? What were they like? Do we really have to do this in the bathroom? Click. Right, sorry. Now, the stranger. At first they seemed kind of creepy. But then they gave me a free t-shirt, so I figured I could trust them. Great, first the paper clips, now this? What if there really is someone who's trying to destroy my campaign? This F-cat, or whoever it is. That's awful. We should be extra careful from now on. No more taking presents from strangers for me. Yes, CJ. CJ, are you home? Okay. Like proper royalty. Good, we'll review security measures after the event as well. Is there anything else you wanted to say to me? Yes, actually, I came to talk about racism. Racism? I was listening to some of your supporters in the crowd and they were racist. They hate all dogs and Dogonia. You have to do something to stop them. could do a birthday stream. Well, it's 10 o'clock. But I could maybe stop and do a little bit of a birthday stream, unless you're going to be home tomorrow. Would that work for you, CJ? Could we do it tomorrow night? Would that work all right? That way I could do like a proper stream, and because I have to get up again in the morning for work. And I've already been going for over an hour, so I could start earlier and do an actual like stream for you tomorrow night if that works for you. Please just let me know. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. So let's plan for tomorrow then. So, quick announcement to everybody. We'll do CJ's birthday stream tomorrow. We've been playing the Deadly Device. I'm going to try to beat aggregation multiple times. So, we'll see. And my mom will probably stream with me. So, announcement. I don't know what time yet. I get home about 6:30, so maybe like 7 or 7:30. Okay. Like what? Call them out on it. Tell them they're not allowed to be here. Kick all dog haters out of the building. I can't use my big speech to kick voters out of the building. That would be bad for the campaign. Yay, VMO? Do you mean VMom? I recoiled in horror. What was Rover saying? Does he care more about getting votes than doing what's right? Rover Chapter 5, in which we learn Rover's dark secret that definitely nobody knew. I'm Eastern Time. E.T. Like the movie. Yes, I want jelly beans. Yes. Yes, I want jelly beans. Hello. Can you tell that my eyes are green? If I'm this close. That was pretty awkward. I'm sorry for doing that. I don't believe this. They're gonna let a bunch of racists get away with saying horrible things just because they're gonna vote for you? Meow. Meow. No, I didn't say that at all. I'm trying to say that violence isn't the answer. Forcibly ejecting them from the building is only going to make matters worse. You can bet your bottom dollar that we get a ton of bad publicity for mistreating voters. Did someone clip that? No, because Salad's not here. So you're going to let them stay? I'm just going to make them leave of their own accord. When I start talking about how we need to help dogs as much as cats, they'll get mad and leave on their own. You just watch. I think every single storyline has romance in it, CJ, so just wait. Are you sure that will work? Taking the moral high ground always works. I promise. I will not say anything false or hurtful tonight. I don't hate dogs because I'm secretly... Oops, did not mean to say that. Secretly? You're secretly what? You've mentioned your secret before. Does this have to do with your wife? I can't say, Victoria. I can't. I respect your privacy. I won't push you on this. Thank you, and I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I wish I could explain the entire truth to you now. But I also refuse to let racism taint your campaign. I'm gonna do some damage control. What? You know how we've got 3 people who are giving short warm-up speeches at the start of the event before you appear? We got a police officer, a veteran, and a school secretary scheduled to talk about you and your campaign. Yes, it's pretty standard to have introductory speakers at these events. Well, now we're going to have 4 people talking. I'm going to give my own little speech about working for you and ending racism. That sounds fine by me, but are you sure you're ready to give a speech in front of a large audience? Have you prepared anything? No and no, uh-oh. Now that I'm thinking about it, I've never given a speech before, ever. One time in school, I had to give a speech about birds. I froze up in front of the class and stood in place mumbling for 5 hours. Eventually, my parents had to come by and take me home. It was super embarrassing. But it can't happen this time. Now I have to be brave and talk about dogs. This is for great justice, Victoria. You can do it. I'll think of something in the next 10 minutes. I hope. First, though, you should probably change out of the vote for frisky shirt. Right, I should get a professional-looking outfit, or maybe a cheerleader outfit, because it's like I'm a cheerleader for you. No, on second thought, that's a bad idea. The one time I tried to dress up as a cheerleader for Halloween, I accidentally dressed up like a slice of bacon. You what? It's a long, complicated story, and I don't want to talk about it. I've got a speech to write, and I know just how to do it. Good luck. Thanks. I walked away and pulled out my phone quickly. I called my best friend. Hey, Lizzie, can you write a speech for me in like 2 minutes? It's kind of an emergency. Bacon. 20 minutes later, I was on stage sweating buckets, and the other speech givers were all prepared and confident. Their speeches sounded great, and none of them had any notes or anything. All my notes are written on the back of a receipt. It was the only paper I had on me. I tried to remember what Lizzie told me, but my mind was a total blank. My hands started shaking as I reviewed the notes, and... Oh no, my notes. This is awful. I need to get some tape before... Why I'm voting for Rover. And now here's our final speaker. There's no time. It's now or never. I'm gonna ruin this. Hi everyone. I'm Victoria. I am Rover's new campaign manager. You can tell I work for him because I am wearing a Vote for Rover, he won't roll over t-shirt. Curses. My plan has been foiled. Who said that, huh? Was it... No, never mind. I wanted to talk about justice and, dogs, because I heard some disturbing things earlier today, and I want to set the record straight. Rover's campaign is about equality, and that means treating dogs and cats the same. Both are equally good pets, and we shouldn't discriminate between one or the other. I mean, do they not both have tails? Do they not both wear flea collars? Don't they both have fur that gets everywhere? But dogs chase cats. Sure, some dogs chase cats, but some cats scratch dogs. It's unfair to put all the blame on one side or the other. I say that the constant battles between dogs and cats should come to an end. Only by working together can we make a better country for our pets. And, that's why I support Rover. I want to help both types of talking animals, and humans too, obviously. And, that's it. Thank you. I practically ran off stage after that. It was super awkward, but I think it went well. Kind of. The audience applauded, at least. I made a beeline for the backstage area where Rover was waiting for me. Whoa, not so fast, Victoria. You can't leave yet. You forgot to introduce me. What? You want me to go back to the microphone and talk to the crowd again? No way. Did you see how many people there were? Don't worry. You did fantastic out there. You can do it. Okay. If you say so. I ran back on stage. I also forgot to say that Rover is here and he's going to be talking now. Bye! I ran back off stage as Rover came on. He winked at me as he walked past. The audience burst into cheers and applause. Go Rover! I want to start by confirming everything Victoria just said. Of course we want a world where cats and dogs can get along in peace. That's one of the cornerstones of my campaign. No more fighting or food dish inequality. Just because we favor cats and Dogonia favors dogs, we should not let that cause tensions between the two countries. We want to treat all dogs with love and respect, just like how we expect them to treat all cats with love and respect. Pfft, this guy's a filthy dog lover. I'm out of here. Yeah, I didn't come to hear a bunch of hippie nonsense. Can you believe it? Rover was right. He got those mean cats to leave by being nice. I guess it just goes to show that love is more powerful than hate. I am so thirsty. Oh, I've got some polar water. I'm fine. I'm just fine. I'm just fine. Got some. Phew. Let's take a quick beverage. P-B-W. Yeah. Thank you, CJ, for, telling me I should try polar bear water, because I would never have picked it up if you had not told me how much you love it. And now I tried it as your recommendation, and now I am so obsessed. Okay. Rover spent the first 15 minutes of his speech talking about cat and dog issues. I was really impressed at how Rover knew so much about dogs. I thought it was because his wife is from Dagonia, but soon I found out the truth. You see, when I went backstage to talk to Rover after the event... Rover, are you here? Is this a fire hydrant? Yeah, it is a fire hydrant, a special doggy fire hydrant just for me. I love it. The hardest part about pretending to be a cat is having to give these things up. Rover, did you just say you're pretending to be a cat? No, I'm... Oh my gosh, you're not a cat at all. You're secretly a dog. Rover Chapter 6, in which our candidate has a lot of explaining to do. What a twist! You're right. Rover hurriedly stuffed a pair of cat ears on his head. I couldn't believe it. Those cat ears were fake the whole time. They looked so real.
Meow.
Victoria, you're not supposed to be here. Why? You don't want me learning that you're a dog? Meow, I'm a... Don't lie. You just said you were pretending to be a cat. I heard you. Uh-oh. Looks like the cat is out of the bag. More like the dog is out of the fire hydrant. I don't believe this. You just gave a big speech on cat-dog relations, and you're a dog. This is unbelievable. Is this why your campaign focuses primarily on dogs? Are you a spy for the Dogonian government? Are you plotting to take over our country and force all the cats into pet shelters? No, this is an accident. I didn't plan for it to happen this way. Oh, what's the point in saying anything? You hate me now. I can tell. I hate you, and I'm telling you, please. I don't hate you. I'm just really mad. I don't hate you. I'm just really mad. Why didn't you tell me the truth from the beginning? You wouldn't have believed me, even if I did tell you. Well, that's probably true, but you should have at least tried to be honest. They look so real, even though they were never the same color as his fur. I was honest. I was honest about everything. My feelings, my policies. I just twisted the truth a bit when it came to my identity. Which is the most important part. I bet if I hadn't walked in on you just now, you would have kept this a secret forever, like you said earlier tonight. I'm a low-down dirty liar. Ha ha ha, I'll never tell you the truth. Bark, bark. That's not what I said at all. You're misremembering. And I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I wish I could explain the entire truth to you now. Well, this is your big moment. Tell me the truth now. I will. You deserve to know everything. Let's see, where should I begin? For starters, I'm not exactly from around here. I was actually born in Toronto. Wait, that's in Dogonia. Yes, I'm Dogonian by birth. You're from Dogonia? I thought your wife was the one from Dogonia. The truth is I don't have a wife. Diana, my old campaign manager, made up a fake wife for me thinking it would help the campaign. By the time I learned about it, it was too late. Everybody thought I was married. So that's why your wife never gives interviews. I can't think of a way to let people know I don't have a wife without making it seem like I've been lying to the country for months. Well, haven't you been lying? You just said you're a Dogonian. By birth only. Look, I was born in Dogonia, but my parents moved the entire family to America when I was a puppy. I was so young I wasn't even house-trained yet. Ew. I'm not exaggerating when I say the American Dogonian immigration system is broken, because I got to experience it first paw. In fact, I get to experience it every single day. You're married? Congratulations. To Dee Dee? Your girl? What do you mean? Dogs and cats have different immigration systems and citizenship papers. Whoever filled out the paperwork for my family must have grabbed the wrong set of papers for me because I'm a cat. Legally speaking, the United States of America believes I'm a cat. But you're a dog. Why didn't you go and have the papers fixed immediately? Why does my nose always get so itchy when I stream? We didn't find out about it until I applied for my first job, and by then the laws had changed. What do you mean? I mean that I'll be deported as an illegal immigrant if I come clean. What? No. The laws are very clear. Illegal immigrants like me have to be deported. That's why I'm working so hard to become president and change the immigration system from the inside. That's why the focus of this campaign is getting justice for dogs. But isn't this illegal to run for president while pretending to be a cat? For all intents and purposes, I am a cat. The paperwork that makes me a U.S. citizen says that I'm a cat. I even have cat social security. But not dog social security? Dogs don't get social security. They're considered to be too much of a financial risk, which is one of the things I'll change while in office. But hold on a second. I remember something about this from history class. What did my teacher say? Does anyone know the official requirements to become president of the United States of America? The Constitution has 3 requirements. You must be 35 years of age, you must live in the United States for 14 years, and you must be a natural-born citizen. Good job, student. That's completely correct. You're a credit to your generation. Ah, thanks, Mr. Drew. I was being sarcastic. I saw you look up the answer on your phone just now. No phones in class. Give me that phone and I'll return it to you next week. Aww. Now, those were the laws of the Constitution. Now that cats are the main politicians, we've followed the Constitution. No reason to keep the 35-year age requirement when most cats don't live that long. Cats born in other countries are also eligible to become president. Oh, I guess you being from Dogonia doesn't prevent you from becoming president like I first thought. Nope, neither does being a dog, technically. The laws say you must be a talking, non-human species, that's all. It doesn't specify that you have to be a cat. Wow, this is so mind-boggling. I knew there was something different about you, but I had no idea the truth was that you're a god. Or dog, I mean. You're gonna keep this a secret, right? You won't reveal it to the press? I'll keep it a secret. I don't want you to lose your campaign on a technicality, after all. You're the best choice for this country. Plus, I don't want to lose my job. Thank you, Victoria. I'm glad I can trust you. I'm still kind of shocked by this whole thing. You're legally a cat and you're from Dogonia, and there's no way you can change that without fear of deportation? Well, there's more than one way to become a naturalized citizen, you know. There's always jus matrimony. I've never heard of that type of juice. Is it like apple juice? No, I'm saying if I married an American, I would be considered a full American citizen no matter what. I could go back to immigration services and have them fix my original paperwork without fear of being deported. Here you go, CJ. That's great. Yeah, except the government's really on guard against fake marriages for citizenship purposes. I mean, if I proposed to a woman, she wouldn't believe me. She'd think it's all a trick, an excuse for changing my legal status. That's not true. Is it? I don't know. It's a complicated situation. Yes, someday I'd like to have a wife, but I want to marry her for love, not for legal convenience. I want to marry a woman who's nice and kind and someone who's a hard worker. Like you, Victoria. Me? The way you put yourself out there tonight and talked in front of a huge crowd without any real preparation, that was really admirable. Admirable. You're a brave person who stands up for what she believes in. That's the kind of woman I'd like to be with. Only I can't find a girlfriend right now. First off, everyone thinks I'm married. Second, I'm too busy with work. I'm running a presidential campaign right now, not a speed dating competition. There's no time for me to find a wife. Good thing you're not running a speed dating competition. I think Frisky would win that, hands down. Word on the street is that he has 5 girlfriends. Frisky. I've got it. What is it? We know that an F-cat is trying to sabotage our campaign, and someone gave you a vote for Frisky t-shirt. What if the F stands for Frisky and he's the culprit? Maybe. He is in Miowa right now. We have to make sure, and there's only one way to do that. Victoria, you need to secretly infiltrate the Frisky campaign. What? Me? He loves women. Just wear a wig or something and get hired as part of his campaign crew. I'm sure it'll work. No, I did not do the Frisky storyline already. This is the 3rd storyline I've done, and I have not done Frisky. I have another quote on Discord. Oh boy. Let me check this real quick. Can you tell that my eyes are green? Oh dear, this sounds like a plan that's sure to backfire, but I'll do it. I'll infiltrate Frisky's campaign and see if he's secretly plotting to destroy you with free t-shirts and paper clips. Thanks, that'll be a weight off my shoulders. But worst case scenario, what happens if everyone learns you're secretly a dog? We wait and see how it affects my poll numbers. Either I'll drop out immediately or I'll keep going. I mean, it doesn't matter if I am a dog or not. What matters is what the paperwork says. You keep talking about this paperwork. Do you have it somewhere? There are 6 storylines with 3 endings per storyline, so a possible 18 endings that you can unlock. It's pretty crazy. But if you get the good, when you unlock an ending, you unlock the endings that are worse than it too. So if you get the good ending in a storyline, then you get you can look at all 3 endings. So this is my 3rd of 6. Which I'll just do them as I have time to do them eventually. Yep, I keep my citizenship papers close by me at all times. It's hidden inside my squeaky bone. Cute. That way nobody will be able to get their paws on it. Oh, well, this is good news for me. Uh-oh. Do you want a tissue? A tissue? What for? For your cough. You're coughing really badly. That's not a cough. This is the sound of me barking. Oh, I thought it was a cough since cats don't bark at... Oh, never mind. Why are you barking? There was someone here listening to us. I smelled him. Oh, bye, Riddy. Thanks for coming in. Are you sure you're not just barking at nothing? I'm positive. What if there's a spy? They know I'm a dog now. The only person who knows is me, and I'm not a spy, I don't think. Maybe I'm a secret double agent, and I'm so good at fooling people I fooled myself. Still, can I go back to my hotel room now? I need to rest and think things over. You should mod this game with a Thanos dog. No thanks. I understand. This has been a pretty big revelation for you, I'm sure. Although that would be really funny. Oh, hi, Tom. It was completely unexpected, but I'm glad I know the truth now. Does this mean you finally trust me? Yes, Victoria, I'm trusting you with my campaign. Wow, coming from a politician, that means a lot. This atrocity again. Oh, CJ. Rover Chapter 7, in which we meet someone from our past and look forward to the future. Oh yeah, we could do it with a Cerberus. I spent a lot of time thinking about what Rover had revealed. He wasn't a cat, he was a dog. That's almost the exact opposite of being a cat, and his citizenship was possibly up for dismissal unless he found an American wife. Where would he find an American wife? Okay, so I think he's cute. Actually, I think he's a lot cuter now that I know he's a dog and not a cat. So I'm a dog person, sue me. That doesn't mean I'm willing to marry him in order to secure his political stability. I'm not sure I could ever marry someone who kept a huge secret from me for so long. But I'm glad he finally told me the truth, and I understand his reasons, and when his little tail droops down, I just want to pick him up and cuddle him and... No! I'm not marrying some guy I met last week. I don't even know why I'm even considering this. Maybe I should introduce him to Lizzie. She doesn't have a boyfriend. I could probably convince her to marry Rover. Like, hey, Lizzie, there's a dog that needs full citizenship. Could you marry him and give him dog treats? No, wait, that sounds stupid. Really stupid. Victoria, I'm surprised at you. Huh? You brought me all the way out here to talk to you about running a presidential campaign. Yet you're just sitting here, staring at your coffee and saying nothing. I'm sorry, Mr. Drew, I'm just thinking about Rover's big secret. You mean the fact that he's a dog? What? How did you know? Please, it should be obvious to everyone that he's a dog. It wasn't obvious to me. Well, I teach at a high school. I'm used to dealing with students who are trying to get away with something, usually cheating on tests. It happens so often that now I'm really good at telling when someone's trying to keep a secret. Sure, Tom. Yeah, that. And he's just a candidate right now. He's not quite the president. Get it right. Just kidding. Oh, well, I just found out the truth yesterday. I'm still trying to process it. What is there to process? He's just a talking pet. Just a different species. Yeah, but he lied to me for a really long time. Have you ever lied to him? Well, yes. I said I knew a lot about campaigns and politics and stuff. We both know that's not true. You failed my government and politics class with the lowest test scores I've seen in a decade. Yeah, Rover and I are both phonies. Maybe I should marry him. He deserves a liar like me. Marry him? There's a problem with his citizenship papers. They'd be fixed if he got married to an American woman like me. I always thought you would marry for love, not to make things more convenient for someone else. Besides, the law says that dogs can only marry dogs. What? Don't tell me you forgot that. If it was the result of It was the result of the Chance versus Softy Supreme Court case where a dog sued a cat for being unable to give birth to his children. Waste of good taxpayer money, that was. Oh, so I don't have to worry about marrying Rover? Phew, that's a relief. Although I'm kind of a little disappointed now because I was hoping to get married and prove to my parents that I'm a real adult. You know they still make me sit at the kids' table? No, but it doesn't surprise me. Hopefully you convince them that you are grown up and mature by being successful as a campaign manager, and to that end I have prepared a 50-minute lecture on the topic. I still trust you remember how to take notes. No. I'll just give you my lecture notes when I'm done then. To begin, campaigns are a difficult... What the heck / yikes. Yes. I stopped paying attention after that. Mr. Drew can be so boring. No wonder he's a teacher. He loves to talk on and on about stupid topics. Hey, pay attention to what I'm saying. Your job is on the line here. Oh, right. Paying attention now. I tried to pay attention for the rest of the lecture. Mr. Drew actually made some good points, and I'm sure to incorporate those ideas into my campaign strategy. Only I don't have a campaign strategy, and I forgot most of his points. Oh well. After the meeting with Mr. Drew, I had my second big meeting of the day. Hello. Welcome to Frisky Campaign Quarters. My name is Lola. Who are you? I'm doing work. Hello, I'm a gorgeous stranger who is going door to door looking for work. I am good with politics and would like to apply for a job here. Your wig is falling off. It is not a wig, it's a really bad haircut. Whatever. You've got good timing. You showed up during the 20 minutes that Frisky is at the office today. I'll bring you to see him. Yes. Lola Cherry Cola. Hello, who is this young woman? My name is Martha Washington. I'm looking for a job. Well, Martha, we're always hiring at Frisky headquarters. I think that, is something wrong? Say, you look familiar. Do I know you from somewhere? Did you ever model in cat food commercials? Yes, I'm a cat food model. You've probably seen my pictures in an advertisement somewhere. People are always asking me, hey, are you the girl who opened that can of cat food on TV last night? And I'm all like, yes, that was me. Oh, that must be it. Well, we'd love to have a model of your caliber on our campaign. Campaign. I keep saying that weird. Campaign. Blah, blah, blah. We have Frisky bat food. I'm just playing. The other candidates will be so jealous when they hear I get to see your pretty face in my offices every day. But where will I put you? We've got most of our jobs already filled. Maybe you could put me in the sabotage division. Sabotage? You know, the secret division in charge of Rover t-shirts and paper clips. The one designed to end his campaign by hook or by crook. What? We don't have a division like that. And I don't appreciate the accusation that I'm sabotaging my competitors. So you're not responsible for killing Rover's campaign manager? No. That's good because I am Rover's campaign manager. Huh? But you just accused me of trying to kill Rover's campaign manager. You'll never kill me because I have love on my side. I love your energy and enthusiasm, but your craziness is something I don't need to deal with right now. Not since that one intern who stole all our phones and used them to build a sculpture of me. So consider this job interview over. Aw, I didn't get the job? Lame. Goodbye, Martha Washington. Please don't come back again. I took my wig and left the building. That was a productive meeting. I learned that Frisky isn't trying to sabotage the Rover campaign, but if he isn't, who is? The culprit's name begins with F, so maybe Frankenstein? Frankenstein's kitten? Frankenstein magazine editors? Fashion magazine editors? Ferganacious? Yeah, this has gotten dark. It got dark earlier, Tom. I went back to Rover.
Meow.
Rover. Victoria. You look sad. Is something wrong? Yes, I just went to Frisky's headquarters, and it turns out he's not the one who's sabotaging your campaign. Oh, that explains the wig, but you just got back here, so you don't know. I don't know what. We got another message from our saboteur. Read it. Dear Rover, I've stolen your squeaky bone, and now I have your citizenship papers. Unless you want me to reveal the truth to the entire country, you will win the Iowa election. Anything less than a first-place victory is entirely unacceptable. And it's signed F. Who is F? And they want you to win the election? Are they trying to help you or blackmail you? Probably both. They want me to become president so they can blackmail me and secretly run the country. This is bad. What are you going to do? Rover Chapter 8, in which a mysterious figure threatens to hijack the campaign. have no choice. I have to win Miowa. I mean, I'd want to win Miowa even if I wasn't being blackmailed, so no big deal, right? Right. I've got some great new campaign ideas, and let's hope they win over voters before the primary election on Friday. Can you guys hear the music okay? I'm just checking something. I'm sorry. Okay. I was just checking some audio. What's your first idea? I've got the list here. Tap into nostalgia voters by posting with washed-up celebrities from a TV show that was canceled 15 years ago. Come up with a new catchphrase like, bark to the future. Announce your wife is secretly famous dog singer Wolfie Jackson. Do you have any suggestions that deal with politics and not pop culture? I don't think so. I was told to focus on things that normal people care about, and normal voters don't care about politics. I see. Well, you're the campaign manager. I'm just the politician. Let me know what to do, and I'll do it. Really? I thought a dog like you would be fond of barking orders. No, I want us to be equals in this campaign. I feel like I've been unfair to you this whole time, bossing you around and lying to you. I can hear with my dog ears. I think you've done a perfectly wonderful job, and I want us to be equals too. You and me together, no lies or falsehoods from now on, okay? Okay. Rover worked his tail off the next week, giving speeches, visiting voters, and guest starring on local TV shows. But the biggest boost to his campaign came the next day. Stolen campaign funds? Thunderpaw's reporting that $20 million has disappeared from his super PAC overnight. He claims that he first noticed when one of his books had a loss of $1,234,567.89. This is bad news, as Thunderpaw's budget only left room for $25 million in video ads leading up the Iowa primary. With most of his budget gone, he's been forced to drastically scale back his campaign, leaving a potential opening for other candidates. Talking to the press, Thunderpaw swore revenge on whoever was sabotaging his campaign. He accused Frisky of being the culprit and is planning to go all out against Frisky in the days to come. When asked for a comment, Frisky blamed Martha Washington. Then he went to ladies' night at a local billiards club. We now take you to Bob Catstus with the sports. Huh, how strange. Stolen election funds, that's bad news for Thunderpaw and good news for us. Anyway, that reminds me, I have to go through the political donations we received this week. I hope nothing is missing or what the heck? Rover for America. This is a check for $21,234,567.89. Isn't that the same amount that was stolen from Thunderpaw? And there's a note attached. Here's some extra money so you can buy all the video ad space that Thunderpaw just lost. Consider it an early birthday present. I'm sure these ads will help your campaign. Just don't tell anyone where the money came from, or I'll tell everyone where Rover came from. F. I can't believe it. F robbed Thunderpaw, and now F wants us to spend the money on ads? It's like they want even more ammunition to blackmail us with. This is bad. This is very bad. I can't comply with this, or... P.S. If you're getting cold feet, Victoria, I can deal with you just as easily as I dealt with Rover's last manager. Would you rather be alive or dead? That's your choice. Either way, your life belongs to me now. Dark, dark, dark. No, 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 I'm being threatened directly for hashtag winning. I had no choice. I bought the political ad spaces. Rover's ads were on almost every TV channel, and it didn't take long for people to notice. I'm furious with you. What? You're that dumpy new campaign manager Rover hired. What's the big idea of buying all the ad space that I was preparing? What gives you the right to barge in on our territory? Sure, E. Bark, bark, bark. I mean dark, dark, dark. It's not my fault you left the advertising space open and... What's going on here? Aha, Rover, you idiot. I'm here to get revenge on you for trying to steal my campaign. I'm not trying to steal your campaign. I'm going to crush you into little pieces and spit you out. How? Who told you that this is where we set up campaign headquarters? I did. Yeah, Thunderpaw's the greatest, and he's going to destroy you losers. I challenge you to a duel, Rover. I'm gonna scratch your eyes so badly you're gonna need 3 blind mice to guide you everywhere. He's got an attack dog. Run. Yes. Thunderpaw and his supporter ran out the window and up the nearest tree for safety. I called the fire department to help get them down, and some photographers took amazing pictures of Thunderpaw being rescued while Rover gloated nearby. That pretty much brought an end to the Thunderpaw campaign. I was a little worried that Thunderpaw would tell everyone that Rover's a dog, but no, he kept his mouth shut. Maybe he's afraid of Rover, or maybe F is blackmailing Thunderpaw too. Either way, when the primary was over and the results were in, we got second place in Miowa. Who was first? DJ Nibbles. No, the blackmailer said I had to get first place victory or they would reveal my secret. I know, we tried our hardest, but it just looks like the majority of Miowans preferred DJ Nibbles. This is because of that news report which listed me as a fringe candidate because I focus on the dog issues. Grr, this is awful. It's not the worst news ever. Second place is pretty good, and you're probably going to win New Gloucester because you're the representative from that state. You're right. It's great to be in the top 3 in the first 2 primaries. This was better than I ever hoped for, but I still can't feel like this is going to end badly. What if F thinks that we didn't do well enough? I don't know. All we can do is wait and see. No, we need to defeat F. What? How? I've been thinking about it for a while, and there's only one way. F is blackmailing me because I'm Dugonian by birth. I need to get married to an American right away. That will take away his ammunition against me. 2 problems. Maybe 3. First, I think F is blackmailing you because you're a dog, not because of where you were born. Second, like you said earlier, getting married is going to be super difficult. You don't have a girlfriend, and you can't go on dates because everyone thinks you're already married. True. Maybe you and I could drive down to Paws Vegas and have a drive-through wedding? Me? You think I'm marriage material? Yes, you're a wonderful woman, very understanding. I think that would help a lot with the problems when you get married. Problems? Every marriage has problems, and you've shown you can work through problems to accomplish good solutions. I think that shows you're more than capable of handling marriage. We're going to return the compliment. It'd be funnier if they chose any other letter than F so it could be the same as someone in the fam. Yeah. Uh-oh. That was the bad sound. I think you'd be a good husband too. You're like the 3rd most mature person I know next to Mom and Dad. You think your parents are more mature than me? Well, unlike you, they don't sit at the door and whine when they need to go outside and use the bathroom. How is that the wrong answer? Oh, I'm sorry if I'm bothering you with my teaspoon-sized bladder. Next time I'll go to the bathroom on your shoes. Anyway, back to the marriage. Problem number 3, it's impossible for you to marry me. What? Dogs aren't allowed to marry humans, or cats for that matter. They can only marry dogs. I plan to overturn that law if I'm elected president. Still, that's not a problem. Oh, you know a girl dog who's willing to marry you? I know a few girls' dogs, but no, I'm referring to the fact that I'm legally considered a cat in this country, so technically I can marry whoever I want. Really? Oh, but I'm sorry, I really like you, but I think it's a little too soon for us to get married. Oh, I wasn't proposing, I'm just saying if we don't have any other choices. I'm sure there are other options, like why don't you stop pretending to be a cat for a night and attend a dogs-only event? That should be fun for you. And get a picture of some dog sniffing my butt plastered all over the internet? No, thank you. I think that... What's wrong? That smell. The evil person smell. It's back. You remember me? That's cute. It's the person who gave me that t-shirt. The person who stole my citizenship papers. It's F. No, sadly, I am a mere henchman, a servant who does F's bidding, and he bade me to come to collect you two. Collect us? You were supposed to get first place in Miowa, but you did not. Now you will have to deal with the consequences of that. I don't like the sound of this. Now, if you'll come with me, there's a limousine waiting outside. It will take us directly to F. It's high time you met with him, face to face. Uh-oh, I'm scared. Chapter 9, in which we may have bit off more than we can chew. I'm wondering why there's a glass of splashing milk in front of Rover. The limo took us to F's mansion. Hi, Brooke. I tried talking to Rover during the ride, but the henchman forced us to stop. No conversation. Don't make me taunt you with an invisible tennis ball.
Yeah.
I hate it when humans use those things on me. Once we arrived, the henchman led us inside a drawing room. A shadowy figure awaited us. Ah, Rover. Nice to meet you face to face. F? Yes, that's me. You scoundrel, give me back my citizenship papers and stop interfering with my campaign. Interfering with your campaign? I rather think I helped your campaign. Stealing all that money from Thunderpaw wasn't easy, you know. You should be thanking me. Wait, you were the one who robbed Thunderpaw? Oh, did Victoria not mention that to you? That's how we were able to afford all those political ads. We used the money that F sent us. You used dirty money to help the campaign? I didn't have a choice. F forced me to do it. He said he would kill me if I didn't. She's right. I did threaten to kill her. In fact, I probably will end up killing both you and Victoria. I can't have you standing in the way of my plans. What are those plans, you maniac? Yeah, I've read lots of mystery novels, and the bad guys always tell every aspect of their plans to the hero at the very end, right before the hero escapes and gets the police. Dude, don't you know who I am? No? Not the slightest clue. Not even a guess. A confused video game programmer? Well, when I ran to be the presidential candidate for New Closher, there were rumors about an F-cat running against me, but nothing ever came of that. I figured that was you, but I don't know any more information. Yes, that's me. And no, it's not. Sheesh, all the effort I put in becoming an evil supervillain wasted. You two don't have any clue who I am or what I'm plotting. Henchman, turn on the lights. Do you recognize me now? You're a dog! Not just any dog, my name is Fido. My half-brother? What is happening? Whoa, hold on a second. You can't just introduce a new relative at the end of the mystery when he's never been mentioned until just now. That's totally cheating. This isn't a mystery novel. And you didn't mention me at all to your campaign manager, Rover? Why not? I haven't heard from you in years. And besides, I kind of mentioned you. I said that my mom moved the entire family to America when we were puppies. Oh yeah, you did say something like that, but you should have mentioned your half-brother is a weird blackmailing psycho. I'm not a psycho. I'm trying to get justice for dogs everywhere, and the only way to do that is if I become president. How? You're not even in the running. You ran unopposed in New Closher. What happens if you drop out of the presidential race? New Closher has no candidate to represent it? Normally that would be true, but I found a loophole in the law. If Rover resigns from the race, he can pick a replacement to take his place. So that's your plan? You want me to resign and pick you as my replacement? If you don't, I'll work my legal magic and become the replacement automatically, because I've got like 5 different people to vote for me as a write-in candidate. That makes me the second place winner in New Closher. I understand your evil plan now. You'll take over for me as the New Closher candidate and ride on my success to victory. Yes, I shall be the president no matter what. And you? You killed Rover's previous campaign manager? That was a mistake. I have made some adjustments to my plan since then. A mistake? She was a living person and you killed her with paper clips. You're a monster and I'll never let you take my place as New Closher's candidate. Never. Have it your way then. Henchman, send the email I wrote to the major news networks. No, you can't. That'll ruin Rover's campaign. He's gonna ruin the campaign no matter what, Victoria. I refuse to cooperate on his terms. Tick-tock, you two. Make a decision now. Let's try to trick Fido. You may think you hold all the cards here, but you don't. You don't have all the information yet. Oh, what don't I know? For starters, you don't know that Rover is my husband. Right, Rover? Husband? Yes, we went to Paz Vegas and got a drive-through wedding, and now I'm legally an American citizen by marriage and by naturalization. You can't use the Born in Dagonia loophole to ruin my campaign anymore. Yeah, and besides, aren't you from Dogonia too? That rule should apply to you just as much as it applies to him. Curses, but there's still the fact that you're a dog pretending to be a cat. Thank you. Thank you. I'm legally a cat, not a dog, and that's due to those legal loopholes you seem to love so much. Yeah, he wasn't lying about his species. He really is registered as a cat. But no, I refuse to let some quickie marriage stop me from becoming president. You want to be president? Here's a presidential joke for you. It comes straight from Abraham Lincoln. How many legs does a dog have if you call the tail a leg? 5. 4. Calling a tail a leg doesn't make it a leg, just like how calling you a candidate doesn't make you one. Oh, this is why you're my least favorite relative. Very well, if you won't cooperate and you have the legal work fixed, which I doubt, you leave me no choice but to kill you. Release the attack dogs, henchmen. Arglefump's creepy face. What are you waiting for? Release the attack dogs. But you are the attack dog, your evilness. I can't win a fight against Rover. He's stronger than me. He always beat me when we wrestled as puppies. Hey, it looks like we have the villain on the ropes. In mystery books, this is always the moment where the hero does something clever. Should I try that? Stay in place and twiddle your thumbs. Hey, I need to go to the bathroom. Is it okay if I leave and come back and maybe I'll take my phone with me? Sure, whatever. Just don't bother me. I'm busy making evil plans. Haha, idiots. I went to the bathroom and called the police on my phone. Within 15 minutes, Fido and his henchmen were arrested for kidnapping us and for murdering Diana. They started shouting about Rover being a dog, but the police didn't pay any attention to it. The officer in charge of the case is hoping to charge Fido for taking $20 million from the Thunderpaw campaign. They don't yet know if this counts as theft or election fraud. After the police finished questioning us, Rover and I went out for ice cream to celebrate. He got peppermint bark. Bark. We're safe, you did it. What are you talking about? You're the one who thought that getting married would stop F's evil plan. But you're the one who got the idea to pretend we're married. That was so brilliant. First you did that big speech, and now this? How do you handle yourself so well under pressure? I don't know, I just do, I guess. I knew I couldn't let them hurt you, so I had to do something. You saved my life, and I will love you forever for this. Thank you, Victoria. Rover got up on his hind legs and licked me on the face over and over again. It was adorable. Isn't Rover the cutest doggy ever? Getting a little familiar there. Okay, I think I may stop here, but chapter 10 in which Rover comes clean to the public, but he still has one more secret. I'm going to save this here because it's almost 11. I'm getting tired. I haven't played this since March 19th. Did it work? Okay. Okay, guys, hey. Thanks for hanging out. So it looks like tomorrow night is going to be CJ's birthday stream. So come back. I don't know an exact time yet, but it'll be sometime in the evening. So I'm going to guess between 7 and 7:30 is when I'm going to start. We'll be playing So Nancy Drew. And then I work Sunday, which I have to work on Easter, but it's going to be okay because it's going to be really slow. And I have to work in the night instead of the morning. So maybe possibly Monday or Tuesday during the day, I'll finish this up and then do, and I'd like to do some more of another book stream soon to keep reading. Stay tuned for danger. Haha, pun. So thanks guys for hanging out. I just kind of wanted to do this kind of chill stream, this Friday night stream. So thanks for coming. Thanks for chatting. I hope to see you all very soon. Take care of yourself. Have a great weekend. If I don't see you tomorrow, then have a happy Easter. I hope you guys get to spend some good time with your family. And so if there's if there's anything going on with you guys this weekend. I hope you guys are safe and have fun. So, thanks for hanging out with us again. Um, anyway, take care of yourselves. I'll see you all very soon. Much love from me to you, and I'll see you all later. Bye.